Hi everybody, my name is Aubree Adams and I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about parent-driven recovery. When your child is suffering from destructive behaviors, whether drugs are involved or not, destructive behaviors can come without drugs, but especially marijuana seems to be a driving factor in harming our children and taking them down a path of substance use disorder, mental illness. Especially we're seeing a lot of marijuana-induced psychosis or cannabis-induced psychosis, cannabis use disorders. And there's a lot of families out there looking for help and support and guidance, and they're living in crisis. They're getting a lot of misinformation. They're getting a lot of shame and blamed, for everything. People around them are telling them, you should have done this, you could have done that, why didn't you do that? You didn't get them enough sports, you didn't get them enough social activities, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, and it becomes this whole crazy show, right? And most people that are doing that, they just don't understand that they don't understand substance use disorder, they don't understand what recovery is, and they're scared too. They're scared just like we are, and they want to fix it just like we want to fix it. We want to fix it for our children. We want to fix it for the people we love. And we can't fix it. It's up to them to fix it. But there are things we can do to help our loved ones that are suffering from cannabis use disorder, substance use disorder, cannabis-induced psychosis. And the cannabis-induced psychosis is the scariest of them all, because it completely changes your loved one into a world that doesn't exist, that there's no reality. They're not living in reality as we see it. So it can be very, very scary. It's really important at those moments when you have a loved one experiencing an altered state that you don't argue with them, that you don't sit there and tell them that they're wrong, that you continue to try to connect with them and reassure them that things are going to be okay and we're going to get you help, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of misinformation out there, and there's different pathways to recovery. But what we have found with my organization and the parents I network with, that the families feel alone. And sometimes when they go to like a traditional recovery program to try to seek help, people just are undereducated and they don't understand, no fault of their own. It's just that our country is filled with a lot of propaganda on purpose, because there's a lot of people out there that want to make a lot of money. And that's all what it's about. Money, money, money. They don't care who they harm. A lot of elected officials are jumping on the marijuana train right now, and if they tell you they're not educated, that's just not true. We've been writing letters for years, educating, but we will continue to do that until they understand. But so at Every Brain Matters, we started like a support group there, so parents could come and share their experience, strength, and hope. And then my friend Bart Bright was like, hey, there's Maranon, it's like Al-Anon, but it's for marijuana, Maranon. And he was connected with the people that started that. And then he's like, I'm going to start online meetings. I'm like, this is great. I'm going to support you on that. And I even run an online meeting now. So our community is growing. I think parents are realizing that they're not alone, regardless of what organization you're involved in, regardless of what your opinions are in policy. It doesn't matter. We don't talk about that in these meetings. We talk about us and how we're feeling and how we're dealing and how we're coping with things. And through Al-Anon, Maranon, any support group, like Every Brain Matters Climbers meetings on Wednesday nights, that we had an incredible meeting last night. We have families that are in crisis. We have families that are kind of coming out of that crisis. And then we have families that are experiencing long-term recovery. It doesn't mean their loved ones are cured of their disease or, have found sobriety. But we find that when we come together as a community, we get stronger and we can make positive changes to start taking care of ourselves, because we lose ourselves through this whole nightmare of addiction and this drug culture that has just been normalized in our country. So I'm just spreading the word out there. I want to hear from you and how you feel and what you're wanting and how we can support you. So what we're doing at Every Brain Matters is every Monday at 5 p.m. Central, we have like an open forum meeting where it's a crosstalk. It's not like an Al-Anon or Maranon meeting. It's a crosstalk with some guidance and rules, and definitely confidentiality is a must there with any support group. People need to be able to come and share in a safe place, not be judged, not be where, you know, we don't ask anything of them. We don't ask, you know, they need to be able to share their truth, be vulnerable and be honest, because we are only as sick as our secrets. So that's what we provide. Monday at 5 p.m. Central Time, we have people there that are family members of loved ones experiencing cannabis use disorder or cannabis-induced psychosis. We have people on that meeting that have recovered from cannabis use disorder or have recovered from cannabis-induced psychosis. We have a gentleman who has the diagnosis of chronic psychosis, which is schizophrenia, and he is bringing hope to the meeting. We have another man there who's been in recovery for over 50 years. So when these families join, they get hopeful again. They find some hope. They find some strength to keep moving forward, taking care of themselves and walking through their journey. So that's on Every Brain Matters, 5 p.m. Central Time. And then on Wednesday evenings, we have a climbers meeting that is led by professionals. And these professionals are the ones I learned from the most. And so I love them. And I wanted to bring to a broader audience what I learned in this APG I'm part of, this recovery community I'm part of in Houston, Texas. And they said yes. So every Wednesday, we have this incredible open forum. It's like an open forum meeting, but it's like a positive peer support led by professionals. So in recovery, one of the key factors are healthy peers and a healthy family. So the parents need to work their program. They need to find their healthy peers. So if you're surrounded by people that are telling you, you should have done this, you could have done that, you're a bad parent, oh, you should have had them play more sports, or, you know, you didn't teach them right from wrong, and you didn't connect enough with your kid or have too many dinners with them, like, you know, you're going to have to take a break from those people and, you know, surround yourself with people that understand, that aren't going to shame you, that aren't going to blame you. And we learn to focus on ourselves and forgive ourselves and know that we did the best we could with the tools we had and the knowledge we had at the time. And we continue to do that today. And we're never going to be perfect parents. There's no such thing. And it's incredibly hard to be a parent in this pro-drug culture that we live in now. So I invite you to join us. And then if you want to check out Maranon and all the meetings they provide, you go to it's MAR-ANON.com. And you'll just click the meetings. You can read through the website. It's a growing community. It's new. So there's more changes coming. There goes my dogs. Never a dull moment at my house. Nobody's allowed to walk in. So, hey guys, come here. Come here, say hi. Say hi. You see my doggy? Bella, come here. Bella, come here. Yeah. So anyways, that was a little disruptive, but it happens. And so I just wanted to invite you all to join recovery. And it doesn't have to be our programs. It doesn't have to be Maranon. Find recovery with whatever program works for you. Wherever you feel a connection, you know, my mom always said having dogs is like having toddlers that never grow up, and I believe her because they're just going to do that. They think they're protecting me, so God bless them for being my companions. So what I'm saying is, you know, you're invited to come to us. You're not alone. Every recovery program is a little different. You take what you like and leave the rest. I love that saying. My friend Bart Bright says that all the time. And we invite you, come try us out. If you don't think this is a good fit for you, we pray for you and encourage you to keep searching for what works for you. But definitely you want to surround yourself with positive peers. And I'll keep trying to do more videos like this so we can keep spreading the word and connecting. And for the parents out there that are bereaved, who've lost a child, please know my heart is with you. Don't blame yourself, because nobody knew. Many people, the majority of the people in this world, don't understand the effects of marijuana. We don't understand how it can end a life. And you didn't do anything wrong. You did the best you could with where you're at and the knowledge you have. And addiction and marijuana, what we learned from a young man named Hayden who has recovered from cannabis-induced psychosis that did a meeting with us last week. He said one of the key points he made was marijuana is a powerful plant and we need to respect that. And unfortunately, that's not what we're doing. So we invite you to join us. You go to everybrainmatters.org, hit the meeting button, search through. We're still developing this community. Every Brain Matters is a community. It's not just an organization. We have a spot for everybody. Check us out. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going for a hike today, so I have lost myself through this process many times, so I'm focusing on my self-care. One of the moms from the program here in Houston invited me to go on a hike today. I'm like, yes, let's go. So I'm waiting for her to come pick me up, and we're gonna go enjoy a beautiful day in Texas. It's not gonna be too hot. It's probably gonna be somewhat hot, but not as hot as it normally gets. So anyways, thanks for listening. If you made it to the end of this video, I tend to ramble, but I wanna share, and I want you to know you're not alone. I want you to know I love you, and I know it's hard. I know I've been there, and reach out to us. Let us know. Let's build our community of support, regardless of which avenue you go. And God bless.